Welcome back to another episode of the Electrician's Tool Channel. Today, we're going to do a comparison between all of the multimeters, all of the clamp meters that you see before you. And we're going to see which one, or should I say, which ones that's going to become or be the elephant in the room. The elephant in the room. Okay, so let's just start off by, so for some of you who y'all may know of these meters, you probably even own some of these meters or have owned some of these meters before or used them, have experience with these meters before. Now, this not the video that I had intended to make with some of these meters here. I was expecting to get have the new Fluke 278 along with the FLIR CM174 clamp meter. That's a thermal imaging clamp meter sent to me, and it's still maybe on its way. So I just decided not to wait and go what I have before you today. And when those do make it here, I'll just do individual reviews with those clamp meters. The Fluke 278 is a brand new meter that just hit the market from Fluke. So it looks like the Fluke 276 right here, but it has a few advanced measurements on it, you know, the way to collect data built in it. So that's a good meter. And so when it get here, if it get here, like I said, I'll do the review on that. And also with the FLIR CM174. Now, the two newest, the three newest meters that I have out of the seven that you see here, is this Ideal Industries model number 61-747. This there 4,000 count new meter is new to the market, the year 2021. The month now is May 2021, so it's just been out for a few months now. Second is this HT Instruments new OLED display clamp meter that they have, and this their newest product on the market. Now, I've had experience using all of these meters here in the field except this UEI and this Amazon right here. Now, I've just recently, I didn't use this one because I just got this one too, and I guess a couple days ago, and I haven't had a chance to bring this in the field with me, but I am familiar with Ideal Industries test tools, test instruments, HT instruments. I'm getting familiar with their test instruments. I own a few products by them already. Case in point, installation tester that I am well pleased with. And I think they are a force to be reckoned with as far as the test instruments. I think they're here to stay. Now, everybody know Amprobe, Fluke, SOUTHWIRE, and UEI. They've been around for a while. Now, also, I'm just going to do a comparison. Again, like I say, just to find out which one is the elephant in the room. But before I do, guys, as always, I'm asking you to support the channel. Those of you who subscribe to the channel already, guys, I really appreciate it. I really appreciate your support, allowing me to put stuff out that may help you and help others who views the video or who view the videos. That's what I wanted. That's my intention on helping others. So, so I ask you for your support. I ask you to hit the thumbs up button under the video if you like the video. If you don't like it, check out my channel, my main channel on YouTube. You may see some other videos or one or two or a few more that you like. And if you do, subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. All that is in support of the channel so I can just keep on moving on and making these videos. And those of you, again, those of you who comment, those of you who hit the likes button because you really do like the videos, those of you who subscribe because you really like the channel, I really appreciate it, guys. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. So now that's out of the way. Let's move on. All of these meters here, I would consider, I mean, let's be honest, except this one right here, this Amazon, this I got it here basically for a prop. But we're just gonna see how well it fare against the ones that's already established. You know, we're gonna see, I'm not gonna put it through a whole lot of tests, but I'm gonna put it through a, you know, it's a minimal amount of tests, and we'll just see how it fare out. But these are heavyweights in the test and measurement world. Amprobe, I'm sure, so like I said, a lot of you are familiar with Amprobe. I know you're familiar with Ideal Industries, Saltwire, Fluke, of course, HT Instruments, and UEI. HT Instruments are not really big over in the United States, but they are a big company in Italy. I guess I would consider them to be Italy finest for its test and measurement. You know, yeah, they they're nice. It's a nice company for its test and measurements. Each one of these meters, I won't really go too deep into it, but each one of them, they hold their own in different categories. Let's just say safety. When you think about safety, you go into the Fluke first. And when you think about accuracy, you may go to the Fluke first. When you think about price, you know, affordable price, you make it think about something like an Ideal or this UEI or even a Saltwire. When you think about, durability, accuracy, and, things like that. They all hold their own. More bang for the buck. Some of them have more bang for the buck. But Fluke is a household name. Amprobe is a household name. Ideal is a household name. Saltwire, they just, they've been around, I guess, for a long time, but I heard of them a couple of years back coming out with meters and all. Amprobe, Amazon, this is new. UEI, this is, they've been around a long time too, but they mainly, their market is toward the HVAC technicians, that's air conditioning and refrigeration. But they've been around a long time. They've been around a long enough time to be established in the test and measurement world. So, with that being said, I'm gonna just read off some of the features on each one of these test instruments, and we're gonna do a little test, and we'll just see which one, like I said, which one will become the elephant in the room. Let's start off with this Amprobe, okay? Amprobe model number, and those of you who don't know, Amprobe, it's been a long time now, has been taken over by Fluke. So Fluke owns Amprobe, and some of you may have known that, some of you may have not have known it, but it's true. And if you have any doubt, just check it out and see. Just check it out and see. But anyway, let me just read off some of the features that this clamp meter have, and we'll do it of each one of them, and we'll just compare them, and we'll do like I said, do a test, and we'll move on from there. Right here among the dial, there's AC/DC voltage, AC/DC amperage, AC/DC wattage. Now, you have resistance, you have continuity, you have diode, you have capacitance, and you have temperature. Now, one of the features on here is a feature that you don't really see on multimeters. You may have a few of them out there, but not many, and that's the watts feature. This is a special feature right here. Now, I think HT Instruments have a clamp meter that's out. I think it's the 90 series, but I don't know which one, 9022 if I'm not mistaken, something like that. They have a meter that have few of the functions like this as far as wattage. And also, to add to this, they also have functions like total harmonic distortion. They have phase rotation. They have min-max. They have low-pass filter. They have range. They have hertz, AC/DC. And they have a work backlight right here. They have a hold function and zero function right here. I hope I may have missed something, but I think that's it. But that's enough right there. That's enough and then they have the non-contact voltage, like it goes on to let you know that if the circuit is hot or not. But that's enough. This is a real good meter. This is a very good meter. So now, with that being said, all the rest of the meters before you are going to have to add up to this to become the elephant in the room. Now, even though I'm talking highly of this meter, doesn't mean that this meter has won, because we haven't checked the rest of them out yet. So, and this one that's next to it is the Ideal latest, the newest here in the year 2021. And this meter is the Ideal 61-747. This is their 4,000 count display true RMS clamp meter. This is also featured packed. It has non-contact, non-contact voltage detection. It have DC amps, AC amps. It have hertz. It have AC/DC voltage measurements. It have hertz again, and they have that's DC hertz, and they have a percentage, a duty factor, duty cycle, and they have capacitance. They have diode. They have continuity and resistance, and they also have temperature. Now, this is the indicator for the non-contact voltage detection, and they have a hold button. Also, it has the zero. Y'all might know it as a rail button to zero it out. A range button and a min-max button. This is for the backlight as well as for a work light that they have here at the top. And let me just turn it on for you guys right here. And like I said, they have a hole. Now, I did went in and added this little part back here to hold your chest probe, and I'm giving them a plus for that. And the meter itself feels much different than their older model meter. And let me just show it to you, their older model meter. They just changed their designs. This is the older model, and this is their newest model right here. This one has been around for a long time, not too long. They changed some things on it, like they added the tight sight on this one with the door. They have the tight sight on this one, but they don't have the door. And but this feels much sleeker than this one. This feels kind of bulky, not bulky in a way where it's not manageable. This one, but this feel much better than this. And they also added some rubber, like protective a holster around here that you can't take off. It's integrated onto the meter. This one doesn't. Just the plastic, So I think they made it where it'll withstand the fall, even if it fell that way or this way. It'll protect the screen. Now, if I was them, I would have put the door back on here because you have a tendency of this getting scratched up quicker than this one in the front, because if you had it in your tool bag and it just happened to be you put it in the wrong pouch, you have a screw or anything down there, it's going to scratch this up, if not crack it. So I ought to put the door back on this one. So, but the changes that Ideal Industry made on this clamp meter, I think they did okay. It was a plus. I give them a plus on that. This SOUTHWIRE, also, this is a real good meter. Very good clamp meter. It's feel well built. It goes up to 1,000 amps, AC/DC, 600 amps, Cat 4, and 620 volts, and the max is 1,000 amps AC/DC. It's feature packs also. It doesn't. Let me see. They have the model number on this one is SOUTHWIRE 23070T. You get AC volts, get hertz AC, you get volts DC. You get continuity, resistance, and diode. You get capacitance, you get hertz, you get duty cycle, you get temperature, 600 amps AC/DC to 1,000 amps max AC/DC. Non-contact voltage detection. It lights up when you touching a hot circuit or whatever. And you get that work light that's right here on the side in the back. This is another one that has a work light that's on it. That's becoming a standard item on most meters nowadays. It's work light. It's okay. I'm not going to say that don't put it on there. I hardly ever use this one, a work light on here, but it will come in handy if you work in the dark area. So, and you have the mode button, min-max, relative to zero it out here, and you have the hertz selection switch right here, and then a hold button. So this one is pretty good also, and it's true RMS. This is a real nice clamp meter, a very nice clamp meter. You don't see many of these on by people using them. Why? I don't know, because but this is a very nice clamp meter right here. This one, this is the meter that, if you saw my previous video concerning this meter, I warned you guys, and it's just my opinion, to stay away from. I've opened this meter up before, and I've seen the circuitry in it, I've seen the protection in this meter. Trust me, you don't have any protection in this meter. So this is model number Amazon commercial 80CM800. It's just my opinion. I don't think it's safe at all. I would use it around the house, but other than testing the outlet, I wouldn't go any further than that. Testing panels and things like, no, it's not worth it, y'all. Your life is on the line. I wouldn't use it for that. You know, but anyway, I just got it here because I want to compare it with the rest of these guys and just see how it fares out when I do the little simple test with these guys. So that's why I got it here. So, and also, now we know about the Fluke. Everybody knows about the Fluke. This is a nice, very nice multimeter. This is the first edition of this design when Fluke first came out with this design right here. And this is a very nice clamp meter, very nice. This is feature packed also, but it has volts AC, volts DC, you get millivolts, you get capacitance, resistance, you get continuity, you get hertz, amps AC, and you get amps DC, and you get the iFlex, and you get hertz. The iFlex is this clamp right here that that you put on here, and you can leave your meter inside the panel, while you stand away outside the meter, and you can take your amp reading. And this increases also your amperage measurement range. So that's nice to have too. You have a whole button on the side, and this you have inrush, min-max, and the backlight, which is a pretty nice backlight. It's not as bright as these right here, the Ideal, and it's not as bright as this Amprobe, but it's bright enough where you can read it. It's not dark or anything, so that's still a good meter. Now, this HT9025, this is a very nice clamp meter also. What I have to say about it? A lot. I've used it. In fact, I've used all of these meters before, like I mentioned, except I know for sure if it's this one, this one, this one, and this one. I never bought this out in the field with me. I just did a video with it and did some stuff around the house with it, and I wouldn't dare bring it out. And I just recently got this UEI. I haven't bought it out with me in the field, but I bought this HT instruments out with me, and I'm impressed, very impressed with it. Very impressed with it. This thing is have a lot of features that I can use, especially if you're out and you're doing troubleshooting. This could be a meter that you can use. It does a lot of good stuff. If you're data logging, it does that. Bluetooth, it has that. Now, I'm not going to hold the Bluetooth feature over this meter here because Fluke makes a meter that 370 series meter that has Bluetooth. I just don't have one, so I'm not going to say that they just because this one do, because they do have one. Fluke has one, and but this has Bluetooth capabilities as well as the Fluke have the FC Connect. And in fact, I think that's the only one out of all of these that would do Bluetooth. And this has all kinds of features, man. It has OLED display, like I just showed you guys. Let me turn it back on. OLED display. They have a train graphs display on the screen. They have let me just go through some of the stuff and tell you. It's not called an iFlex, but it's like the iFlex if you see it right here. And they have that measurement. They also have 60 amps AC/DC, 600 amps AC/DC, 1,000 amps AC/DC. Volts AC/DC, low Z AC/DC. You have the hertz function right there, duty cycle. You have capacitance, resistance, diode, and continuity. And you also have temperature. Now, what comes with this for its temperature, you have the K-type thermocouple and adapter that comes with this. And you also have, a lot of features with this. And let me just show you a few of them right now. I'm gonna go into the menu. All right, looking at the menu right here, they have recording, they have language, setup, time, date, stamp, they have a memory and information, and a factory reset if you want to turn it back to, like erase everything that you had in here and just return it to factory set default, you can do that. So let me just show you how set up. And they do have a Bluetooth on here. Now, this sound that you hear, the beeping sound if you make a a dial selection or something to let you know, you can turn it either off or on. And that's a good thing, because some meters you can't turn it off. You have to, listen to that annoying noise all the time. They have a Bluetooth here you can turn on. They have a brightness of the screen, 100%, and they have auto power off. You can set the time on here. And right now it's set for 15 minutes. Now what I'm gonna do is just to show you what I'm talking about, I'm gonna scroll down, for those of you who can see it, I'm gonna scroll down to the Bluetooth, and I'm going to turn the Bluetooth on. Now it's on. Now I'm gonna get my tablet for a minute. You have to get the HT, let me see. Their app is called HT Mercury, and that's it right there, HT Mercury. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to plug this in and just give you an idea. You can what it will look like. Now, okay, so 123, it should be coming up. Let me see. Let's try it. Here we go. HT 9025. It's connected just that quick, no problem whatsoever. It's showing 123, 123.6 here. You can also do min-max. You want to pull that up, or whatever you select. If you want to, record data log, you want to name it. You put the date and time, and you can also send it by email. So let me just get out of here. I'm gonna cancel that. I want to, no, I don't want to save the file. I want to, let me see. Where can I get to this at? You can, oh, here we go. You can do the mode, hold, range, peak, or relative from the app. Now, if I do the min-max, now I chose min-max and it beeped as on. And I can change the color if that means something to you, like the voltage, the main voltage right now is 123, that's in red. And the max is in green, and that's 123.8, and the minimum is 123.6. That's in blue. You could do all the sorts of things here, with it. Now, I'm gonna tell you this: if I had to compare it against the Fluke Connect, now I tell you, no. But this is what I'm gonna do. I'm going to take that off for a second, and I do have a Fluke Connect here. You just keep that one in your mind, what you just saw. And that was a Fluke Connect. I don't know if it'll come up. But this is it probably won't come up because I don't have anything connected to it. Okay. Okay. That's some old stuff there. But that's the Fluke. I just want to show you the graphing. That's all, y'all. That's an old video that I was doing and what I did. But I want to show you how the Fluke looks compared to what theirs. I like the Fluke. It shows a picture with, if you want to take a picture. I didn't see it on here where you can do that. So if I had to choose out of their app and the Fluke app, I would choose the Fluke app first. And their app is better than the HT Instruments app. It's better than a lot of apps that I've seen on the market for test instruments, because it's a lot of the Bluetooth that's out there now. And the apps are garbage to me. But this is pretty good. This is pretty good. For what I've seen that's on the market for apps, data collecting and the apps that they provide for their test instrument, I would say this is like a second behind Fluke that I can remember anyway. Coming second. Okay, so this is also packed with a lot of features, and I like this. I like this one. Also, UEI is not a company that I look to purchase any kind of test instruments for me, being an electrician. Because they mainly focus on HVAC guys, and I can still use this meter, but it's not a company for me to go look for test instruments. Now, does that mean I'm gonna be biased toward them as far as me, explaining that meter? No, I'm gonna be fair. Because right now this meter, it feels really nice. It feels nice and well built. But those who know, watch my videos and hear me talk, safety is very important to me. So knowing that a meter, what's very important to me is how safe it is, how rugged it is, and also how accurate it is, and how well built it. So it feels good. It feels nice and tight, and I like some of the features on here. Nice big digits. I like the features. Safety, I don't know, because if you look at the back, it doesn't say anything other than it passed probably one of their little Q&As over there, quality assurance test that's inside the company. But I don't see anything other than this ETV lab, and you see that nowadays on a lot of meters. But I just don't see, and I'm not. It may be safe, it may be a safe meter, but they don't have anything backing them up at the moment. So I don't know, but I'm not going to hold that against them. I'm not going to hold that against them. But I think it's a pretty nice meter. I really do think it's a pretty nice meter. Now, let me see. And so I think I got to about most of everything that I wanted to talk about most of them. So what I want to do now is I'm going to use this electric heater that I have right here. I'm going to plug it in. I just want to do a Hertz test, and I want an amperage and a Hertz test. And I want to see just how close these guys are as far as the measurements. Now, let me see. I'm gonna use this one right here by HT Instruments. I'm gonna use theirs. I normally would use my own that I made, and I could, but a lot of the meters here, you can test Hertz through your through the clamp. This HT wants you to test it through the leads. So that's why I'm gonna use this, because I could do it both ways. Okay, so I'm gonna turn the meter, turn the heater on, and I'm gonna see, and we're gonna see. I want you guys keep, I guess, track of the measurements. We'll see just how close each one of them are to one another. Remember, this is the least one. This is the least one on a playing field, and we'll just find out which one is the elephant in the room later. So let's start with the Amprobe, y'all. Let's start with the Amprobe. I'm gonna put it on amps, and we're going to. I'm going to turn the. Tell you what I'm gonna do. I'll put it on there. Move this Fluke out of the way. Move this one out of the way. It's on amps right now. No, it's amps DC, AC. Okay, here we are. I'm going to. Okay. You guys should be able to see that. 11.6. I'm gonna give it a few minutes to sort of settle down. 11.5. So it should stop around 11.3 or 11.4 once the heater light all the way up. I mean, he gets to its full load. Okay, we're gonna go with that 11.4 amps. Now let's try the Hertz, y'all. We're gonna try the Hertz and see just, where are we? It should be 60, 59.9. Okay, so we got that's 60. Okay, 60 Hertz. Now you guys keep that in mind, okay? So we're gonna try the Hertz. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna keep a reading of the Hertz. So that's 59.9 for the Amprobe. Let's try the Fluke now. Let's try the Fluke. 11.3. 11.2. And so that's about right. That's right. So let's do the hertz now and see. It's giving us 60 hertz. So that's spot on, okay? That's spot on. Hold that. Okay. Let's do the ideal. 11.5 amps. 11.4. Okay, let me just try the hertz and we'll see. Let me see what the range, no min-max, the amps. No, would it be this one? No, it won't be that one. Range. Hold up, guys. There we go. What's crazy? Oh, well, the selector button. Okay, use the selector button for the. I was looking at the lights right here, for the backlight, for the torch light, and for the backlight. Okay, that's the selection button. 59.9. We're gonna hold that reading. Okay, that's the ideal. Do that one last. Let's do this one. 11.2. Let's do the hertz. Noise volts hertz. So this might be one of the ones that I have to plug in to get the hertz. Get a hertz reading on this one also. Okay. It's, tell you what, let me try this. And that's hertz. Let's try hertz. Yeah, I may have to plug this one in. We're using the leads to test the hertz, so we'll see about that in a minute. Let's try this one. 60 amps, 11.0 amps. 11.1, 11. Let's go 11.1 amps. So let's do the hertz. Okay. You would think that hold on a minute. There we go. Hertz is 59, 59.9. So we're gonna hold that. Hold on. 59.9. Let's do the UEI. Put that up there for a minute. It says 11.2. Let's try the hertz and see what happens here. Hertz, 59.9. So what's going on here? 59.9. Now, this HT that, like I told you guys about, in order for me to take the measurements with this one, I need the test probes. And let me get those right here to take a reading as far as hertz is concerned. All right, hold on 1 second. Look at the reading, y'all, on all of them. The Fluke is spot on, so we got to give that number one in that aspect because it's spot on. The rest of them is within spec, 59.9 hertz would be it's agreeing with the Fluke, 60. Yep, it's agreeing with the Fluke, 60 hertz. Okay, I'm gonna hold that. So let me try the SOUTHWIRE and see if that's also that we have to, let me see. Yeah, you have to do it that way too. And it's agreeing with the Fluke. Okay, so we're gonna hold that also. Hold on a minute. It just went drop, but it was green, it was on 60 earlier. So now it just dropped, there we go. Okay, so all of them, some of these are in spec, and some of them are spot on. Okay, so these three, I should say, are together as far as accuracy, and the rest of these are together. I have to say that this one, this cheap meter here that I say not to buy, is doing okay. To say it's I recommend not to buy it, but I guess for something around the house, just checking outlets, okay. Anything other than that, I wouldn't buy it. But the Fluke is the one to beat out of all of these when I put it on the table. And as far as features, right now on this table, I would have to say this has the most features out of all the meters that's on the table, with the trend graph and you know, the Bluetooth. But Fluke has a meter that does all that too, except the OLED display and the trend graph. But they have one that does the Fluke Connect, which is Bluetooth. But this could come in very handy, very, very handy. If you are a professional out there, you're doing data logging, troubleshooting, and things like that. So, with that being said, I'm gonna tell you what the elephant in the room still, the one to be. The elephant in the room to me, and again, it's just my opinion, it would be, wow. Let's take away the most features out of all of them on here. The most features would be, if you're saying like for take away the most features, take away the Bluetooth. Oh my goodness, hold on. Take away the Bluetooth. And if I take away the Bluetooth, I have to take away the watts off of this one. We're not counting the OLED display. These two will have be number one. HT as well as the Amprobe will be number one for us having the most features that you can use. As far as accuracy, I would go with the Fluke, the HT, and the Amprobe. As far as accuracy would go, I would go with those. As far as build quality, it would be the Fluke, the Amprobe, the HT, and the SOUTHWIRE. And these will come in close behind. this wouldn't even be in the loop. But that's what it'll be, guys. It would be all of them are good. Like I say, the Fluke will be first, but we know that. But since this is a newcomer that's in here, this had done pretty well, and I really like this meter. And looking at it, you would think it's kind of big, which is not. I'm gonna put it up on the side of this meter here. Those of you who have held the SOUTHWIRE, it's about the same. It's just a little bit wider, you know. And the feel of this, as far as the wideness, it's not very wide at all. It just it's not. But I think this is a real good meter. The Fluke is a real good meter. So these three, the Fluke, HT, and Amprobe, those three will be the elephant in the room. Those will be the elephant in the room out of what you see, out of the meters you see here. Okay. I know I didn't cover everything. I may not have done all the tests, and I'm not set up for that, so I just did what I could, and I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I know I enjoyed doing it. So again, leave a comment, guys, and you know, we'll talk twos. Leave a comment about what you saw. Leave a comment of your experience that you had with some of the meters here, if any, and we'll talk about that also. Okay, guys, with that being said, I want to thank you, and you guys take care. And until next time, peace out.